Hello everybody, welcome back to another KR Pano tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to add the AddHotspot plugin to your tours and also how to add disappearing and reappearing text boxes. So last we left off with our previous tutorial, we had just finished making this vtour folder that has our two scenes in it that we can navigate between using the hotspots that we added. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to add the AddHotspot plugin so that we can add some more complicated and unique hotspots to our tours. How we're going to do that is first you're going to download this folder. I'm going to have the link somewhere you guys can find it. And it's going to contain this AddHotspot folder and this import lines folder. And so what you're going to do is you're going to open that vtour folder that we made last time, take this AddHotspot folder and drag it in. After you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to open your tour.XML folder with a text editor. I personally like to use Visual Studio Code, but you can use whatever is most comfortable for you as long as you can view the text file properly. You can scroll all the way up to the top, and underneath this include URL statement, we're going to add some more. So let's open this import lines document. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy these two lines up here. And then we're going to paste them right here. We're going to make sure the tabs are correct, and then Ctrl S to save, and you can close this out. Ignore this for now. We're going to come back to it later. So from there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to upload your new installation to your server on the FTP server. So I have mine set up over here already to save some time, but what you would do is just select everything and drag it over here and drop it. Once you are done, you should have something that looks like this. As you can see, we have this new menu in the top left, but our hotspots from before are still here and they still work great. So now that the AddHotspot plugin is set up and running, what I'm going to show you guys how to do is add a custom text hotspot that disappears and reappears when you click on a different hotspot. So what we're going to do to start out is we're going to make a new hotspot with this new plugin that we installed. We're just going to click Add Hotspot here. Well, first I'm going to change the image to something that's a little more appropriate. And then I'll click Add Hotspot. And as you can see, we got this nice little eye here. I'm just going to put it on top of this car. And right now, if we click it, it doesn't really do anything. So that's cool, but how do we make it do something? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by making a text hotspot, right? I'm going to click this create button over here next to text hotspot. Sometimes it takes a second. There we go. I'm going to drag it to where I want it to be. So I want it to be right above this eye. I'm going to click it again and then click this caret over here to bring down the text drop-down menu. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change the text to something a little more interesting. Say, I love KR pen. There you go. Press enter. And now it's there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set it up so that this eye, when clicked, will make this text box disappear and reappear as we need it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on this eye. We're going to go up here to this little gear cog thing. We're going to click it. And as you can see, we've got all these options. What we're going to do is we're going to click on click. And you can see over here, it changes this on click to next to this text box away from what it was previously. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're going to grab that code snippet that I was saying we're going to use, and we're going to copy it into this box here. So right now, what this does is it activates the switch command, which switches the value of whatever we put in between it from true to false or false to true. So right now the value that we're going to switch is this hotspot visible, but we need to define a hotspot to make visible or invisible in place of this X. Right now clicking it's not going to do anything. So what we need to do is we got to figure out the name of this text hotspot, and how we do that is by clicking on the text hotspot and looking up here in the top left, we can see that it's HSP_0_2. So we're going to go back to this I, we're going to go to the cog, and instead of this X, we're going to type in HSP_0_2. And we're just going to click enter just to make sure everything's there. And now if we click on the I, you can see the text box disappears, which is lovely. So what we're going to do to solidify everything, right, is first thing we're going to do is click on this button here so that we can no longer drag this eye around, because we don't want people that are going through the tour to accidentally move things around where they're not supposed to be. We're going to go to the text box. We're going to do the exact same thing. And we're also going to change one other thing, which is we're going to go to this attribute setting menu and change visible from true to false. So all that's going to do is make it so that when somebody loads into your tour, the text box is already off, and they will turn it on by clicking on the eye. So from there, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to this floppy disk icon. And when we click it, it's going to download a new version of the tour.XML with the changes that we just added. Sometimes it takes a second click for it to go through. There we go. So you'll see first it downloads a backup, and then it downloads your new tour.XML. So what we're going to need to do is first open your tour.XML. Sometimes it doesn't like to do it from the browser. So we're going to go to our downloads folder, and we're going to open this tour. And to finalize it so that a potential user can't make any changes to the tour now that it's done, we're just going to come over here and get rid of this second line here that has the word editor in it. And that makes it so that all of the features of the custom hotspots are still there, but they can't edit them anymore. So we're going to click Ctrl S, and we're going to X out of this tab. And we're going to move our downloads window over here. We're going to open up FileZilla, and we're going to take our new tour file and just drag and drop it and have it replace the old one. It'll take a second, but once it's done, which it just finished, what we can do is we can come back over to this menu, click Ctrl Shift R to force reload the page. And as you can see, our editor is now gone. And if we rotate over here, that text box is gone too. But if we click the eye, it comes back and goes away and comes back and goes away and comes back. So that should just about wrap it up for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to email myself or Mike, or come in for my office hours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And yeah, hope this helps.